Hello dear friends, my name is Tessa Fife, and on this video I'm talking about the 7 spiritual laws of success. This is from the book by Deepak Chopra, which I have decided to sort of read and sort of video as I go along in 7 days. So this is day 2, and we're looking at the second spiritual law. And this is the law of giving. I have to say, this has been a really lovely chapter to read, and so short, too short. I wanted more. However, yeah, everything you need is sort of broken down into those key nuggets. So let's dive straight in. Now, Deepak Chopra talks about the law of giving, also being known as the law of giving and receiving. So it's a flow of energy. And he says that actually it's a flow of energy that we have to have within our lives. Hi, Stephen, lovely to see you. I'll give you a wave. It's a flow of energy that we need to have in our lives. And in fact, we're simply mirroring the flow of energy in the universe. So nothing in the universe is static. Everything is moving. So by us giving and receiving, we are also creating more room for things to flow into our lives. Yeah. Really interesting. And he said also he compared oh, there's a fox. Sorry. He compared the flow of energy in our lives and the flow of energy, the circulation of energy in our lives and in the universe. He compared to, hello Kirby, nice to see you, I'll give you a wave. He compared it to almost like the circulation of blood. And he said, hi Katya, I'll give you a wave. We're talking about this today. Deepak Chopra. And he said that actually the flow of energy in the universe and in us is like the circulation of blood. It's like the flow of blood around the body. And that actually when you're not giving, when you're not giving and receiving, you're creating a kind of blockage, like a blood clot. I mean, imagine, I'd never thought of my actions sort of stagnating the flow of energy. And he said that's like a blood clot within, your blood system, the fact that you're not giving, so you're kind of blocking the flow of life, the natural flow of life. So I thought that was really interesting. And then get this, so we talk about affluence, and we talk about money, and we talk about abundance flowing into our lives, which the law of giving is all about. But this I thought was really interesting. He says that the word affluence comes from the root, which is affluere, which means to flow. Hi, Alsam, thanks for joining. I'll give you a wave. Which means to flow. Affluence is the root of the word affluence, means to flow in abundance. Yeah. And when he talks about money, he says that money actually is a symbol of the life energy that we exchange and the life energy that we use as a result of the service that we provide to the world, to the universe, to our community, to our, hi Rama, you got the book, fantastic. You can read along with me. I'm just on chapter 2. Imagine that if you started to think about, okay, look, this is a huge light bulb moment for me, but I'll give you a wave, Rama. When you start to think about money as energy, and you start to understand that we have the same energy as money, as affluence, as all of those things that you want to bring into your life, but you just have to make that connection that we're all the same energy, and energy is flowing. energy is flowing, and abundance is flowing, and affluence is flowing, and money is flowing. So we're all part of this flow, and it's fantastic, because then you think, okay, well, now that I know there's a flow going on, what is my part to play? What is my part to play in that? And so then he goes on and he says, think about like a river, right? Money has to keep flowing, otherwise it begins to stagnate. Like I said, he talked about blood clots. It begins to stagnate, it begins to clog, it begins to suffocate and strangle its own life force. I love the language he uses. So I hope you can take away from that. I am energy, you are energy. If you take a really strong microscope and you keep zooming in to your hand, and you zoom in and you zoom in and you zoom in and you zoom in until there's nothing else to zoom into, it's all energy. That's all you're going to see, energy. You're going to go right through this hand and see energy, and everything is like that. Very interesting. So therefore, okay, so then he starts to talk about how the law of giving is natural. It's like life. Every relationship we have is about giving and receiving. Nature is about giving and receiving. And he says that the more that you give, the more you will receive, because you're keeping the abundance of the universe circulating in your life. Isn't this good? So, anyway, so then he says, so the thing about this law of giving is that you have to think about, what is my intention behind my giving? Okay, so this is kind of pretty important. So if the intention you have behind your giving is not one from your heart, is not one of joy, then you're kind of like, you're missing the whole point, and you're messing up the whole flow of energy. So think about your intention. You want your intention to be joyful. You want your intention to be something that is creating happiness, okay? Because happiness is also important to keep that life flow. Are you still with me? I've got a couple of points that I really liked from the chapter, and then we'll end with like his 3 ways to bring the law of giving into your life. Okay, so he said practicing the law of giving is very simple, right? And I love this. So if you want joy in your life, then you need to give joy to other people. If you want love, then you have to learn how to give love. If you want attention and appreciation, then you have to learn to give attention and appreciation, yeah? And of course, if you want material affluence, then you're gonna learn how to help others to get that material affluence, okay? So I think it's important to distinguish it. I'm not saying, you might say, oh, well, Tessa, what do you mean? Are you saying I have to be giving money away, but I don't have very much money myself? I'd love to give money, but I can't. Deepak Chopra is not saying that. He's saying that if you want material affluence, then you have to help others to become more materially affluent, yeah? Fantastic. I really, really enjoyed reading this. Couple more points. So he said also, if you want to be blessed with all the good things in life, then you have to learn how to silently bless everyone with all the good things in life. You see, it's this flow. So you're giving, you're receiving, giving and receiving, and it's all proportionate. So what you're going to receive is always in proportion to what you are giving, whether this is in your life, in relationships, in business, in your philanthropic activities, in everything. That's how it works, because it's a law of nature. so many great things. I wish I could share all of them, but I really can't. Just a couple more things. So when he says that, you know, we have all of this energy and it's the same energy as the universe, he compares us to like mini universes ourselves, like a mini cosmos, and we have the same energy as the universe, and we're sort of localized. He calls it localized bundles of energy. Don't you just love it? I'm so excited reading this. Why is that relevant, or why should you know that? Because knowing that and really embracing it gives you the power to transform yourself and to transform your life and to transform the lives of others around you. That's why you need to know that, okay? Very important. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to say now is he puts in a little plan, like a little 3 steps as to how you can bring about the law of giving. And he says, well, a really nice way to start is to make a decision that, you know, everyone you meet, anytime you come into contact with someone, you're going to give them something. Before you get turned off, he doesn't mean something physical or something monetary. I mean, it could be that you're giving a flower. It could be that you're paying them a compliment. It could be that you're encouraging them or lifting them up in some way. It could be that you're even just giving them a little prayer or a little blessing. That is giving someone something, yeah? And he says, actually, sometimes the most powerful forms of giving are non-material. Okay, so it's not always about giving, isn't synonymous with money. Yeah, so he says when you meet someone, you can silently bless them. You can silently wish them happiness and joy and laughter, wishing someone laughter, especially now, you know, in this day and age where I think even pre-COVID, people lose their joy so easily. Your joy can be stolen from you, you know, 10 minutes after you wake up because you might stub your toe on the side of your bed or something. It's so easy to lose your joy. So wishing someone some laughter and joy and happiness, I think that's really, really powerful. So making that decision, right, that wherever you go, whatever your circumstance, yeah, that you're gonna give someone that little bit, and then as you do that, you will be receiving. Okay, all right, so that's what I wanted to say. Now I just wanted to move on to, you know, at the end of every chapter, Deepak Chopra gives 3 top tips on how you can bring that law into your life. So the 3 tips he gives, he says, firstly, you're going to say to yourself, well, wherever I go and whomever I encounter, I'm going to bring them a gift. Okay, so that's just what I was saying. So it could be the gift of a compliment. It could be a flower. It could be the gift of a prayer. And that way you start the process of circulating joy and circulating wealth and circulating affluence in your life and the life of others. That sounds pretty easy, right? Okay. The second tip, he says that you can say to yourself that today I'm going to gratefully receive everything that the world has to offer me. All the wonderful gifts that are coming my way, I'm going to receive it, yeah? I will receive the gifts of nature. So the sun shining, receive it as a gift. The birds singing, the colours of the leaves, everything's so green right now. Receive it. The lovely showers, receive them. Yeah, so that way it makes us more open to receiving more, okay? And then the third and final point he gives, he says, I will make a commitment. So make a commitment to keep wealth circulating in your life by giving and receiving. Yeah, giving and receiving. He says some of the most precious gifts of giving and receiving are the gifts of caring, the gifts of affection, appreciation, and love. The gift of time, you know. Who can you give your time to today? Yeah? And each time I meet someone, I will silently wish them happiness, joy, and laughter. They don't even need to know. You don't need to tell them. This isn't about getting someone to say, oh, thank you so much, oh, Tessa, you're so great. Well, thank you for that blessing. No, you can even just do it silently, and that's really powerful. So guys, I'm really loving this, and I'm happy that I made the commitment to you all that I would share it, because this has nothing to do with the law of giving, or maybe it does. When you decide that you're going to do something, suddenly something else will come up that will be so much more inviting. So I said I would come on between 7 and 7:30. I came on after 8, and I'd been doing a whole different host of things, and I had this quiet time, and I was so cozy and so relaxed in my quiet time, and I even had the thought, oh no, maybe I won't do the video today, I'm just so relaxed. And I thought, no, what's the matter with you? So sometimes sometimes the body can test you when you know you have to do something that you hope is coming from a good place, and then you get distracted. Anyway, I digress. That's day 2 on the second law. So I will be back tomorrow for the third law, the third chapter in this amazing book, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. And tomorrow we're going to talk about the law of karma, otherwise known as the law of cause and effect. Awesome stuff. Yeah, so I'm loving this. I'm sending you my light and my love. In case you've just come across my page, my name is Tessa Fife, and really enjoying sharing and embracing the teachings in this book. And I hope that you're getting value from this. If there's anything that sort of jumped out at you, comment down below, share it with me. Rama, I'm happy that you've ordered your book. Can't wait to start getting your thoughts as well. It's a really good book to share and enjoy, but also to enjoy together during this time. So guys, thank you so much for joining me live. I appreciate you all. I'm sending you my light and my love, and I will see you tomorrow on the next video. Bye.